just getting set up. That process issues with sound rectified. Just going to pop on an extra light here, although I don't think we'll need it today. It's in the office today. So I'm just checking on the sound. Let's check that you guys can hear me. 1 second. I think we might be. Let's check this sound situation. Hello? Can't even hear myself. Oh, I've turned this. Oh, I still sound a bit echoey, don't I? Let's try that. That's even worse. Why this is the case. How about that? Is that any better? I don't know what to do. I think you can hear me now. Can you guys hear me? Right, that seems to be better. How's that? I don't know why, and I'm not actually sure where the sound is being picked up from now. But it sounds much, much better, doesn't it? So we'll go with it. I think, Josh, sorry, I tried not to answer your question too deeply because, let me turn myself down. Sorry. So now you can hear me. That's great. But yes, I tried not to answer your question too fully, Josh, because the sound was so horrendous. But I'm not filming on my phone, so I can't default to my phone microphone. And it does sound like the microphone that I'm using might possibly be broken, but I can't understand why. It worked perfectly before we went on holiday, but we unplugged everything when we went away because obviously we didn't want there to be any electrical issues or anything. Living with a firefighter, you've got to be careful. Yeah, and since I've got back, it just won't work. And I've absolutely no idea I've just not got a clue what's happened. So I now don't know whether the sound is being picked up by my video camera or by the computer that it's all plugged into. So if my voice fades at any point, or, but at least it's not echoey. So we'll put up with a little bit of maybe a bit of a reduced sound for the sake of it not being crackly and horrendous. Oh, that was awful. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Gosh, we'll get it right one day, won't we? So I did just put some previous cards that I've made out just for you to have a look at. So at least you got something cute to look at while I was having another nightmare. But I'm so glad that you guys have stuck with me and have joined me again today, because I'm ready to get my craft on today, and I'm going to do I don't know what I'm going to do really. I'm thinking maybe something that's nice and easy to put together. I also had a thought that I might do a card for my dad because it's his birthday soon, so I don't know. I'm not really sure. But what I have got here is a load of bits that I've previously coloured, either die cut and put together, that I could potentially use to make a really nice, quick and simple card, or make a nice card, like I say, for my dad would be quite cute. And I love all of these bits that from the last release, which are, very home based. Josh says the sound is amazing now. Thank you. Oh, thank goodness. There is a slight buzz still, but you can hear me. Oh, good. So I don't know what the buzz is about. Like I say, I'm not really sure which bit of my equipment is actually working and picking up my voice. But as long as you can hear me and it's not horrendous for you to listen to, then that is good for me. So I'm just going to have a little look through some of these elements. See if well, I don't know if you guys are the same as me. But sometimes, I just struggle for a bit of inspiration and a bit of a jumping off point. So sometimes looking through some of these bits that I've already kind of coloured in and die cut, it just does really help give me a little bit of inspiration and, like I say, a bit of a jumping off point. And something might just grab me and say, oh yeah, you know what, I want to use that. And I've got lots of lovely little sentiments already cut out as well, which is cute. I love this, I'm only a phone call away. I think that's so sweet to send to somebody that you maybe not spoken to for a while. And even if it's just you teaming it with some of the smaller elements rather than the big, the big die cuts elements with the phone that we had in the release. So what else have I got in here? I've got a rug. I've got another little kitty cat. Now this little kitty cat's super cute. And I'm considering doing I'd say a birthday card for my dad. You are awesome. Oh, that would be so cute with a dad sentiment, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that might be cute. Or there's like, hit the pause button, it's your birthday, that kind of thing. Oh, it's your per day is actually the sentiment that goes with that. Hit the pause button, it's your per day. I love that. So I might use that. I like the you are awesome. So yeah, and we've got a few other sentiments knocking around in here. Hope your day is perfect. Happy per day. Hope your day is perfect. These are all going to work so well. How you doing? I love that. Let's hang out. Oh, that's a movies one. So, loving this. So cute. So, I think what I'm going to do, I love this. I know I use this cat a lot. This cat is like my favourite little cat. And to be fair, this cat here is so adorable. I am inclined to use one of these two here. Because my mum and dad's cat is fluffy like this cat, but not this colour. He's a ginger cat. He's called Alfie, and he's super, super cute. So I think either this one or this one are going to be super cute to do a card. So I'm going to put these other guys away because I don't think I'm going to need those, but I'm going to keep that there. I don't know whether to use this in my background, you see, and just have, oh, he's so cute, and he could be sat on the little rug, couldn't he? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That is really cute. Oh my god, I love this. And then we've got the little thing in the background. Oh, I think that's so cute. Right, I think we've got a little bit of a card coming together here. Oh, I've dropped one of my sentiments. So yeah, I think that we've got a little bit of a card coming together here. Which I think is very cute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Dad, you are awesome. So this is kind of the setup that I've got going on. And what I just need to decide, oh, what's at the centre? There's a little mouse that I dropped. So I'll pop that in there. So I just need to decide kind of how I'm going to position him, and you know what I'm going to do with him really in terms of a background, because I want the sentiment dad. So let me just get my this is a fun shaped card. And then we could have Dad. So these are the Anthony's Alphas. So I can have Dad going there. You are awesome. Then on the inside, I can have Happy Per Day, which would be cute. So I'm liking the look of that. So yeah, I'm happy with that. My thoughts then are, if I can just pop that back in there, and this is pink, and I'm making a card for a boy, which, you know, I don't normally go with, it doesn't have to be traditional colours because it just doesn't have to be, but my dad is quite a traditional dad, as many of them are, and so I think that he would like a traditional style of card. So, and I think, should I go for a slightly larger background like this? So my thoughts are that we would do like the scene in the middle here, and then the card base there. So I'm going to do the card base in white. I'm going to make my card base out of this size. We could go for the larger size, which again would be quite cute. And if you're making a birthday card for someone, it's my dad's 75th birthday actually. So I believe it's his 75th, which is a big birthday, isn't it? So I think, you know, a slightly larger card than I would normally do. I think that's appropriate, isn't it? And I'm going to do some ink blended to create my background here. And I'll have a look at some of my stencils to see whether I'm going to do that or just keep it very simple. Let's see. So I'm going to change up the colour scheme for all of these elements. So we'll find those, we'll come back to those, and I need to think of what colour I'm going to do my the dad in. But I think once we colour in our images, we will probably figure that out. So I'm going to cut these out of some white cardstock first. Josh asks, will we be doing a Christmas collection? We absolutely will, but we're not doing it in July. I know there's a lot of people doing their thing. Find some cardstock here. So this is some Time for Tea Super Smooth, and it's nice thick cardstock. This is the 300 GSM one, I believe. So I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of that because I also like this for colouring on and stamping my images on. So, and I'm going to need, two of the large and one of the small. So now I'm debating whether to recess it. No, I'm not going to recess it. I had an idea that I could cut this as an aperture and recess my, images, but I'm not. I'm going to do them. I'm going to pop them up on the front. That's what I'm going to do instead. So we are going to do a Christmas collection, Josh. We have a late summer collection coming out on the 29th of July. So that'll be the next release. So look out for that one. That's not far away. I've got lots to do before then. So that will be the next release. Now, I'm sorry if this does create a noise. I don't know which microphone's going to pick this up, but bear with. So yes, so we will be having a late summer release. It is so much fun, this next release. It's so, I don't know, it's just perfect for late summer. Really fun images. Some really different images that I don't think you will have seen from anyone else. Yeah, I just love this release so much. There's elements in there that I've been asked to do quite a lot. So hopefully that will please a lot of you guys. One more. We'll just put this through. Out. I love these dies. These dies have been so popular. So if you've not got yours, then you should definitely grab some because they're so useful to have. They all nest in amongst each other, and I don't know when we release them. I don't know if any of you guys will have seen. I feel like I'm missing them. They're just not lined up very well. that you can use these to create little gift card holders as well. So when they were released, oh yeah, there it is. There was one missing. We used them to make gift card holders. Laura's asking, are there any more A6 cover plates? You are my only source. Oh, bless you. So, in this release, do we have A6 ones? I think we might have... Oh, I can't remember. I think we might have focused on slimline this time. And some interactive dies this time. But I do have some A6 ones planned for our autumn winter release. So as back to kind of Josh's question, while this next release is going to be a late summer, the release after that will be our autumn winter collection. It's probably going to be a late autumn, more winter. So yes, you will. There is one A6 die, I'm sure there is. Yes, there's one A6 cover die in the new collection. It's come back to me now. It's all coming back to me. So to make this into a card base, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scoring. I don't think what to call it then. So this is We Are Memory Keepers trimmer and scoring board, and hopefully you can just about see, because I can't quite fit it all on screen, but when you flip this piece over, it gives you an element to butt up against so that you can then do your scoring. And I score along one of the tabs here, so it lines up perfectly at the, I think it's one, it's about just over a centimetre, I think it is. The measurements on here are a bit squiffy from what I can see. So it's like one and a half and a bit. I'm feeling very technical today. Can you tell? I'm clearly tired. So let's pop this away. Concentrate. And then we're just going to line these up with each other, and then that will create our card base. So we're going to stick these together, and I'm going to hope and pray that some of my glue is operational, because we did have some issues with this previously. I think this one is a bit plugged. It's going to work. Been holding it upside down, but it's still a bit close. Get a big giant one out, and you could obviously use tape if you wanted to, but I always prefer to use my glue when it's plain ball, that is. It often isn't. So I'm going to line these two up on here, like so. And this is going to create our card base, which is fab. So I'm actually designing our autumn winter collection now, and I'm really excited about it. But is there anything, I've got some really cute, fun ideas that I know you guys are going to love. But is there anything that anybody has got a particular hankering for autumn winter? What do you like to see, you know, in your, when you're making your autumn, fall and Christmas cards? What are your, you know, what are your go-to kind of things? And what are you making cards for? Are you making cards still for autumn birthday celebrations? Are you making them for Christmas? Obviously Christmas is going to be our biggest kind of our busiest time as crafters, isn't it? I would say. So I need my fluffy cat, which is in the this is the Kitty Capers, I think. Yep, and this is the perfect day. So I think I need the cat from this one, because I'm going to do the little sitting kitty. But then I also need the home, where the heart is set. This one for our window and our accessories, because I love them. I love this set, so cute. Now, for our background, I do love the flirty flowers, are very cool. And we've also got the porcelain pattern. Oh, how adorable. Or we could use pattern paper. Might have to get my stencils out. Just having a little peruse and just thinking about what background might look nice. Or we can just keep it really plain and simple. These stripes are always good. Or a brick wall is good. So we've got a brick wall, or we've got our tiles. I might go with the tiled wall because it's just a little bit smaller. So let's go with the tiled wall. I think the tiled wall is going to be a nice backdrop. So like I say, I'm going to keep this, I'm going to make this a little bit more manly for my dad. Hello Emma, how are you? I need my stamping platform. So yes, so lots of exciting stuff coming for the next few months in terms of releases. Really excited about that. We've also got some memory keeping stuff as well, which you can also use in your card making. It's not just memory keeping, but there's some you can use them in your planners as well, which is really always loads of fun. So yeah, I think that's going to be, you know, there's going to be loads there that you guys are going to want to play with. And we're also going to be on Hobby Maker for that release as well, which is cool. So we should be doing some stuff there with you guys. And then we will be, but before all of that exciting stuff, we're going to be at Doncaster Crafting Live this weekend, which I can't believe that it's come round. I mean, so we booked to do this show back in end of 2019 for 2020 show. Well, as you know, as we all know now, that show wasn't going to happen because COVID happened instead, and so the show was cancelled, postponed. Then the 2021 one, so it was rescheduled to 2021. That was then rescheduled and cancelled because of COVID. So finally, we now get to go to Doncaster. So I'm so excited to be going, because Doncaster was our very first show that we went to, and we loved it. You know, that's where we met Create & Craft, and that's where our TV journey started. And yeah, it's just, I guess our whole journey really started at Doncaster. That's where we got to meet a lot of great people who have continued to be friends and fans of what we do. And yeah, it's gone from there really. So Doncaster always has a bit of a soft spot for me, and it's also very local, which is handy when you're, you know, it's a hard job doing shows. I couldn't do this like as a full-time job. If you were like you had a market stall or something like that, I mean, there are people at the shows who they'd sell like general craft products. Some of them sell time for tea products, but they sell, you know, other products too. And this is their job. They basically they buy the stock and then they travel from place to place, setting up stall and then clearing it all down again and taking it somewhere else and doing it all again. And oh my goodness, it's just so tough. It really is tough. And yeah, we do it maybe once every 3 months as an average. That's enough for me. Oh, you guys, so Laura has got a parcel on its way, and Pauline's just ordered Perfect Day 2. Yay! Love these sets, really love them. So, and I've just put them back, and I need to put the stamps back away. I'm so silly. I like to tidy up as I go because otherwise I get myself in quite the pickle. This desk gets so messy anyway. Especially when I'm doing a live, you know, I don't really have as much time. So, you know, things just tend to get just, you know, surrounded by products. And so if I can tidy away, then I really should. No, it's a bit dull to watch me tidying things away, but it's good practice to do that because you've got to keep all of your products clean and well maintained if you look after them, and they'll last you forever. Like a lot of, you know, stamps that I used to buy back in the day that weren't made from the higher quality, they were perhaps cheaper because I was starting out, and I was like, do I really want to spend the money? But then once I got to know, you know, a little bit more about it, and that you pay for better quality and you look after your stamps because you paid a bit more for them. So of course you're going to look after them because you've invested your money into them, and they do just last you forever. So I've still got the very first stamp set that we launched at that Doncaster show, and it's as good as it ever was. And it's got real sentimental value to me, that set, so I will never ever get rid of it. We don't sell it anymore, but because my style has probably changed and evolved a little bit since then, but I still love that set. But it was, you know, it was so popular. Good drink there, sorry about that. Okay, so let's colour in our little cutie here. Just need to make a bit of space so that I can grab my pens that I need. So, colour-wise, I'm thinking that I might go with, I was going to go with blue because that's typical for blue, isn't it? To have blue, but I'm wondering whether I might go for more of like not as obvious blue, more like what's this? B97 is kind of a, see, that's a nice blue. I like that. B97, B95 and B93. So these are some nice blues. And blue goes with orange, which is the colour of the cat. So, speaking of the colour of the cat, I'm just going to grab my little colour swatch here. And as you can see, I have already got the Calico Kitty colour swatched out, and then the Tabby Kitty, which is like my little girl Rosie was. And then we've got the Ginger Kitty colour combination. So I'm going to follow that today, and it's going to be a bit of artistic license. It's going to be a little bit like Alfie, but maybe not 100%. We'll see what we can do. So Laura says, which set was our first set? So it was Mew Our Possum and yeah, Mew are awesome, and it's party time. So one was a cat set, one was a dog set. And I still really love, like I say, love both sets. So we may have to do like, is it like a throwback kind of rewind set scenario? Maybe something along those lines, because I think that would be kind of cool. So I'm going to start with the curtains, and I'm going to do them in blue. Sorry, I'm not showing you my colours here. I've zoomed in a little bit so that you can see a bit more of what I'm doing. And we've got the lightest colour, the B93, just to fill in the background colour of these curtains. And I think that's going to look really nice. And then I'm going to do probably do the lighter blue in the centre and darker blue on the outside of this rug, or I might even do like a contrast colour, maybe a bit of a cream, something like that. I'm thinking about, you know, how we're, you know, if this was in my house, what would it look like? My mum and dad's house isn't this colour, but I don't think I could replicate the colour of their house. So I'm just using a bit of artistic license. I'm sure you won't mind. So the B95 is going to be my next colour, and I'm going to use a little bit darker at the bottom and at the top, just using a flicking motion to just get a little bit of movement in these curtains, like that. And then the same with the, I'm not going to overthink colour on this, just going a bit darker bottom, lighter at the top, and then for the rug, probably there's just the same, just to give it a little bit of shading, but nothing too wild. I'm going to keep that pretty much non-blended, just adding a few flicks of the lighter blue, because I want to be able to see those lines. Those lines are going to kind of be the equivalent of ruffles in your curtains. So the darkest shade, the B97, this is where we're really going to get some of those, I guess the kind of the look of the folds in the curtains. So just some small flicks at the top, and then larger ones down at the bottom there. Like that. And I think I'm going to leave the others just at 2 colours, because I don't want to overdo that. And then these larger ones, I'm just going to blend those out a little bit so they look a little bit softer. It just gives the illusion of, you know, a little bit of a fold at the bottom of those curtains. That's quite a bit. Yeah. So for the window itself, I'm going to do a pretty blue, pale blue kind of background. So I'm just going to go in with the B000 and just add a little bit of blue to the corners there. I'm not going to go all the way to the centre. I'm probably just going to blend that out with my blender brush. Where is that? So my colourless blender here will just smooth out those edges a little bit. So I just want to make that, you know, just really nice pale blue in the background. For my window ledge, I'm going to use some browns. I'm going to go with, let's have a look here, E30, where is my E30? got E30 and E31, and again I'm just going to keep this really very simple, and you know, we're not going to go overboard with a million different colours, just enough. I might do a wooden pole as well. I think that might be quite cute, and I'm going to do a wooden effect on here as well. So yeah, just add a little bit of shading. The E30. This is the E31. I'm not showing you. And again, this is just going to create a really nice light wood effect. I don't want it to be any darker than that. I'm happy with that as it is. So I'll pop some of these colours back. We'll figure out what we're going to do. Was I going to do that darker, or am I going to do that in a contrasting colour? What contrasting colour am I going to do? I might do my pot in orange, as we've done. So this was the original that inspired what we're doing. So I think I might do. I like the orange. I think it looks really cute. So let's have a look at this shade of orange. The shades of orange that we're using for the cat and white are shades. So I'm kind of sticking with those. Those two ones don't go together at all. Maybe we go for these two shades. Let's an apricot colour. Oh yes, I like that. So I'm going to just basically, in fact, I think I've probably gone with something much lighter. It feels like something a bit yellowy. Let's try a bit of a Y38. Still not quite light enough. See, this is too dark, too browny. I just want something that's kind of nice and light yellow, which I'm struggling with here. That's the one. We'll go with that. Again, it's the tiny space and I'm totally overthinking it, so don't do me. So the colours that I went for in the end there that you probably didn't see was YR31 and then the YR16, and I've literally just added the tiniest little bit of, I mean, it's hardly even worth doing, is it? Let's be fair. But, you know, sometimes you have to do these things. The YR4 is a little bit darker, but not massively. So, not really worth the effort there. So, for my kitty, which I think is going to be, oh, I need to do the green leaves, but I need a Y21, we've used YR20, YR14, YR27, YR24. So I know that's going to seem like an awful lot of colours there, and it is quite a few colours to be fair, but we're just building up the stripes, so that's why we use a fair few colours. So for this I am going to go with for the leaves, I'm going to go with, oh, wrong end, I'm going to go with quite a nice bright green. And you notice I've left the frame in white, so I'm going to add a little bit of grey to that, I think. That's all we need to do for the leaves. Now for was required. And for my grabbing a neutral shade. Doing this. Again, nothing too fancy. Just a little bit of grey on there, and that was the N3. I'm going to take the N0 now. Blend that out. There we go. Just giving it a bit of depth, hasn't it? So, kitty-wise, and I've still not decided what I'm going to do with this rug. I'm undecided at the moment, and I think it might just depend on my background. Alison, hello, how are you? I hope everyone is well. Did you just say you'll be at Donny this weekend? Yes, we will. And will you be coming? Hope you're all good. Been a while since you've caught a live. Was over on YouTube to start with and missed what you were talking about. Did you say you'll be at Donny? Yes, we will be at Donny this weekend. Our first live there for a good while. So we're super excited to be going. So yeah, hope to see you there. So I'm going to colour in my cat now in these shades that we picked out, and I'm going to do most of the face all in ginger because that is what Alfie's like. Then he's got quite a bit of whiteness around his body. So I think he's got an all ginger tail as well. So we'll add, this is just our base colour. Next up is the YR20, and again this is just giving us a little bit of colour to his fluff. So we're not going to go, we're just doing strokes basically to add a little bit more of an orangey colour because the base colour is very yellow. So this just adds some of those peachy tones to his fluff. And to be fair, this is a great colour for Alfie because he is quite a soft ginger rather than a bright ginger. So we're going to add, and this is the great thing about cats, is that when you colouring in cat images, they can pretty much be anything you want them to be, because so you can make them like a neighbour's cat or your own cat or family member's cat. It is, they're very customizable. So again, I'm just adding some darker orange to his face. I'm trying not to go over his actual features because I don't want to obliterate them. Now, again, I'm just doing strokes. And again, the great thing with when you're doing any kind of animal fur is you kind of want to be able to see the strokes. So don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. You're not colouring the whole, it's much better actually not to colour the whole thing in flat and to let your brush strokes be seen, because that's very much like fur. So I don't know whether you could see much of that. I feel like my hand was in the way, but I'm going back over those darker oranges with the YR20 just to blend them in ever so slightly, just to blend them back. Like I say, he is a softer shade. But this, nobody's expecting you to get the exact colour of someone's cat nailed. It's very hard to do. So I think again it's giving the impression of, rather than being like a photo copy, isn't it? So just go over some of those bits and a bit more orange, just to so this is actually called caramel. It's not actually called orange. It's the orangiest. Is that a word? I'm sure it's not. Orangiest shade. So I think that's looking quite cute. Now, to take it to the next level of ginger pom, I would normally go over this with some darker stripes. But like I said, that's not really Alfie, so I think I might just leave him like that. So what I would have done is used the YR24 and YR27 to create these tiger stripes along the edges, but that isn't really Alfie. This is more of an Alfie kind of a colour. So I'm going to stick with that, and I'm going to use the E93, add a bit of pale pink to those ears. I might need to darken those up a little with a bit of a stronger pink. Let's see, what's this? I want it to be quite peachy, but I want it to definitely look pink and not orange. Which this could look a little bit on the orangey side. I think that works. And then, so that was the RO2, sorry. 93, we'll put that back. And then I'm going to use an E50, which is eggshell. And this is a really good one because it's very, very light. And again, that just can add a little bit of fluff to his white bits. Very sweet. Just makes him look generally fluffy. So Jane says, hello, just popping in for a sec between meetings. What a week. Oh, has it been a busy one? Great idea to keep colour maps of your favourite colour combos. I know I have to do this, particularly for my animals and my cats, because I can never remember the combinations. Jo, is this a preview of your nail bar creations to come? Yes, so, oh, thank you for mentioning that. So one of the things that, you know, I am an absolute glutton for punishment. I, you know, never know how to take a day off, basically. And I have decided to take on a little bit of an additional task for myself, or job for myself, in that I am setting up as a little bit of a side hustle a nail bar. I will be working from home, oops, and so, and obviously Time for Tea will continue to run. It will not impact Time for Tea at all. It is literally just a side hustle, because, you know, who doesn't love a little side hustle, to be fair. I'm going to go with this colour for my rug, by the way. So this is YR1, this is Peach Puff. I think it goes so well with the blue. It looks so cute, I love it. And because we've got the peachier tones in Alfie, I think this is really going to work. So I'm just going to add some like little swirls around the outside there with the YR02. Just put those back in. Excellent. Yes, so I am I'm fully trained, qualified and insured. If you're in the Sheffield area around S35, then look me up. I'm called Beauty Bottled, and on Instagram, Beauty Bottled UK. And I don't have many examples yet of my work because I am new, so I need some volunteers to get you know, examples out there. But yeah, this is a set that I've done on myself, and I'm pretty pleased because obviously I had to do this hand left-handed, which is not an easy feat to do nail art with your non-dominant hand, but you know, I'm pretty pleased with how they've turned out. So so yeah, loving them. Yeah, I need more people to come and help me get some more examples of what I can do and to play with. So so yeah, if you're in the area, look me up. Right, what's next? I need to die cut these little guys. So yeah, you know, just because I don't have enough to do, I thought I'd do that as well. But I've always loved, well, I mean, obviously, we're all creative people, aren't we? And we have lots of different creative hobbies and things that we enjoy doing. I love the memory keeping and scrapbooking as well. That really, you know, lights my fire. My first love will always be card making, always. But I've always done my own nails, and as you probably known if you've followed me for a while, which most of you have, I always do my own nails in some way or another, and I just thought, why don't I just learn how to do them properly? I'm self-taught. I've, you know, done my own for a long time. I've never done acrylic nails. I've always done like my own tips, maybe with gels or whatever, but I've never done acrylic. So these are acrylic nail extensions that I've done, and I love the acrylics. They last so much longer. So when I go on holiday, I have them done. Usually have them done professionally because I can't do them myself, or couldn't do them myself before. And I just thought, oh, I really want to know how to do this. So I thought, well, why don't I just do it? You know, what's stopping me? There's only me stopping me from doing anything really. So I thought, right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet. And I'd actually, you know, I'd looked at a number of courses a long time ago. So I'd done all the research, knew what I wanted to do. So yeah, did the course. Got the qualification. Now I've got to do something with it, I guess. So we're setting up a little space at home where I can do it, where I've got everything I need. So I'll be working from home still and managing it in between time to time. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm really excited about the area because we've been meaning to decorate what used to be my old Time for Tea office and storage area, which was previously the garage. Been through a number of different lives, that room. It's been everything. So it was a garage, then it was a dining room, then it became my office and dining room, then it became office, then it became office and storage, and then it just became a non-room because we didn't know what on earth to do with it when I moved into a proper facility with Time for Tea Designs. Time for Tea Designs massively outgrew the space. So whereas obviously doing the nail bar is just going to be me, so it's just going to be, you know, a smaller requirement in terms of space. So it's ideal really for that. So yeah, it's all happening, and I'm really excited about it. So so yeah, do follow. It's called, Alison. It's called Beauty Bottled. And on Instagram, it's Beauty Bottled UK. So there's not a lot on there. I've taken some pictures of my nails this morning, so I'm going to pop them on there a bit later on, so they're there for people to view. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. So I'm going to move these up to the top of there. I'm going to zoom back out now we've done our colouring and die cutting. So just am I zooming in or out? What am I doing? There we go. Let's give you a bit more of a view of what's going on, because we're going to do some stenciling of our background. So the only trouble is with nails, you can't pick anything up. So we've got, oh yeah, that's cute. So what I want to work out is where the dad is going to go. So dad's going to go there, isn't it? So where's my floor going to go, you see? So we've got cat, we've got that, and we've got dad going there. So floor, I think, wants to be about here, doesn't it? So I'm going to use, where's my, I've got a little bit of heavy tape here that we can use. So just, how much do I want? A little bit more. And let's probably, let me just use my guidelines on here. Say, where's my little guy going to sit? I think he's going to sit there. So, and then I can pull him out, move that, and then we've got our floor. And hopefully our floor is pretty straight. I think that that's straight. Yeah, straight. I'm not gonna stress about it too much. So let's grab our, oh, this is filthy. My stencil mat needs a good clean. And then I'm going to pop this on here, and I can actually use the memo tape just to stick that onto here. And then we can use our I'm just going to make that a little bit so that it comes over here. That's great. So what colour wall are we having? It's in brick. Do we go for like some warm kind of colours, like a dried marigold, something like that? I think that might be really quite nice. Some antique linen. I think that's going to be nice. So we're keeping with kind of the peachy tones. Maybe tattered rose might be a bit more peachy. Yeah, tattered rose and some dried marigold. I think that's going to look nice for our bit of brick wall. So Alison says, oh sorry, can't see all of your message there. Alison says that my nails look great with the tan. Thank you. And you saw models of influence post, but I didn't realise it was you. Yes, it's me. So it's always limited as to what you can put in your profile, because I did want to put my name in there, but I also wanted to get the other information. So obviously my name didn't end up going in the profile, but I think I will do a little bit of a post of who am I kind of thing, so that you can see, people can look at it and see, oh yeah, it's you. So yeah, I think that's be a good thing to do. But what I want to do is kind of get all the nail bar station set up, and then I can do that sat at the nail bar. So that people can see where they're going to be coming. Because I know it's a bit, might be a bit, I don't know, I don't think it is that odd for people to go and have their nails done in people's homes, because mobile technicians come to your home, don't they, and do it. So I don't think that's going to be too strange for folk. But obviously it's nice to know where you're going, what the environment looks like. Is it, somewhere that you can see yourself sitting for an hour or two having your nails done? And that's what I want to create, a really nice environment, a nice experience for people to come and have the nails done. So that's my first layer of tattered rose, and then the dried marigold is a bit more orangey, but I think I might still use this. I've got one of the medium brushes actually, which might be great for this. I don't want it to be too dark and too orangey, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in some places a little bit of extra colour so that we're getting a little bit of a shadow going on. So gonna look really cool, because when you have a bricked wall or a tiled wall, you've got shadow and you've got different kind of light hitting in different places, maybe a different texture in places, so that's going to create a little bit of a different effect. So I like to just add it in a bit of a random pattern. Alison says she used to go to someone's house for waxing too, so that's quite normal. Good luck with your new venture. Oh, thank you so much. I just like to, I like doing anything that's creative. I like to keep busy. Obviously the extra money is not going to go, you know, it's not going to go unwanted. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. And it's going to go so well, look, with our background. So I'm really, really pleased with that. So happy with that. So now what we need to do for this bit is take off the tape, and then we're going to reapply it the other way. So I'm using the opposite edge, that's my clean edge, and then we're going to colour this in a colour. The colour is yet to be decided. So and maybe I do maybe a bit of a, let's pop these on here and see kind of if we were going for a colour, what colour, if we were a colour, what colour would we be? So I'm considering going for a little bit of a grey, because you know, people have a nice grey kind of wooden flooring, so we could go for that kind of a look. So I've got some pumice stone, which is quite a nice pale colour of grey. I think that's going to look really nice. It'll give a bit of a contrast to the wall itself. So where's my grey brush? There it is. So I've got my grey brush here. I don't think there's going to be much going on there, but before I start, I might as well just use a little bit of that grey. So Lauren says, personally, I prefer that kind of setup rather than a busy salon if I was going for something to be done. Yeah, that's it. You know, they can sometimes be a bit, you know, a bit hectic. You feel a little bit, perhaps a bit uncomfortable. It's not such a nice setting, you know. Obviously, we will be offering a nice cup of Yorkshire tea as well. So, you know, it's just, I think it's just a bit different, isn't it? So I feel like I want a little bit of extra shading on the top there, maybe a little bit darker for a bit of. So I'm going to use some hickory smoke here, but I want to use a smaller brush because that one is a bit bigger. So I do again have one of our medium brushes that I've used for black. It's clean. It looks filthy, but it is clean. And then I'm just going to take some of this hickory smoke, which is a really nice shade of grey. And I'm not going to go mad. I'm not using loads of it because I don't want to make it dark. I just want to give the contrast there, which I think this will do. So going back to the day job and time for tea, we will be, like we said, we'll be at Doncaster, and I'm already kind of thinking in my head, what am I going to be doing on the day, because I'm going to be demonstrating throughout the day. So, so yeah, there will be live demos going on. which is always fun to do. I really enjoy doing, I mean, I always enjoy doing demonstrations and crafting, because that's, you know, that's why I do this, because I love to craft. But there's something, obviously when I'm doing a live, I'm trying to create a project start to finish, and, you know, show you all the techniques in a bit more detail. Whereas at a show, it tends to be quick demonstrations, not necessarily a full card, but maybe showing you some stenciling techniques, or demonstrating the brushes, for example, or putting together a quick and simple card. So I tend to have a lot of things kind of pre-stamped and coloured, ready to just pop together. And it's quite an enjoyable process, and I kind of set myself a bit of a challenge of what can I get done in that day. So yeah, and because we're there for 2 days, I'm going to have even more opportunity to do some crafting, aren't I? So it's going to be fun, crafty weekend. Get to meet all of you guys as well, which is awesome. So yeah, we're going to do the Muir Possum as well, which fits perfect. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. So I think I need blue for my, oh, this is so cute. I'm absolutely loving this. So I want to do a blue for my sentiment, and I am actually going to create my own with some inks. Goodness, the word would not come. And I think this faded jeans is going to be a really great match. So I've got my blue brush. Let's see what this looks like. I'm just going to whack some of this onto here, and I'm going to do quite a thick coverage. So I'm applying quite a bit of pressure with my brush, and I'm using a circular motion, blending out all those lines and things. I mean, I don't need loads of this doing, because I'm only doing 3 letters. But, you know, just in case one doesn't come out for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, that's a really beautiful blue. I love that. Looks almost like suede. It's so lovely once it's been ink blended. So that's that. Now, I haven't cleaned my brush there. I've been very naughty, so I am going to do it now before. I haven't cleaned any of my brushes, actually. So let's give that a clean now, just because that was quite a dark blue, and I don't want to want that to transfer to my next project. So I need to do 2 D's and an A. Now, I do call my dad Pops, so I could do that. But I think Dad's is gonna fit better. So I am gonna stick with Dad on this one. And I think I might be able to get this in my little machine. I just snip off these dodgy end bits, and then we can just put it through here, which is a bit easier, isn't it? Because we've got to go back through to do the D again. Oh, Laura, your package arrived! Hurrah! Oh, so are you going to get to do any crafting today? Is that on the schedule? So we've got the D. That blue is absolutely ideal. Now I am going to give these a bit of dimension as well, these letters. I feel they deserve it. So yeah, that's why these small diagram machines are absolutely perfect for for this kind of thing, because you don't want to put it through your big die cutting machine when you've only got a couple of letters to die cut. So, and I just prefer the small die cutting machines in general. I wish I could fit everything through them because they're so much easier to use. So this is not going to come out without a bit of pokey. So that's the D and the E done. Now, like I said, I'm going to add some dimension to these. My thoughts were, for speed and ease of use, is to use some foam. So let me just see if I can find some scraps. So the fun foam is great for this. Sometimes it can squish a little bit in your die cutting machine, so that can sometimes be a bit of an issue. But this is quite firm foam, this. So I think this will be absolutely spot on. So I'm going to just add this, run this through the machine. And again, it should be fine going through your smaller die cutting machines. Sometimes they need a bit more pressure, the foam, because it's a bit more of a specialist, I guess, material, but this has gone through absolutely perfectly. So I've got my D and I've got my A, so I just need to do my D again. And then this is going to come together so well. So Laura says that she's not, because she's in bed recovering from an emergency surgery at the weekend, but you can look at the pretty things. That's so cool. Yeah. Oh, I hope you're all right, Laura. And I'm sorry I didn't realise that you'd had surgery. I mean, you know, while you're recovering, perfect opportunity for you to just get some rest. You know, be looked after. I hope you're being pampered. And yeah, catch up on some crafty inspiration. Look at some pretty things, and just relax. Let other people do the crafting for a bit, isn't it? So, right, I think we're pretty much there. So, and do you know what? I am considering my background here. Do I add some blue or do I keep it white? I'm going to keep it white. I was considering doing some ink blending of the blue, and I am going to do that. I am going to do that because what I'm going to do, my brain's on fire. I am going to cut out the next size up of this. So, or is it maybe the next one? Yeah, the next one. There we go. And I'm going to do that in blue. I'll do that one in blue. So it'll kind of be that next to that, the white. I'll do white and then blue. Just trying to figure out what, yeah, I think the blue background's going to look amazing against this. It's just going to make it pop. So I'm going to cut this size out. I love it when a plan comes together. So let's get this through the machine. And then I'm going to do some quick ink blending. And I only need to do around the outsides. I don't need to ink blend the whole thing. I think that's just going to make it pop so well. So Laura's been well looked after and in a few days she'll be able to craft. That's awesome. Well, speedy recoveries. And actually, there may, you know, huge hint here. There's definitely some products in the new release that we could send to you right now. But I'm not going to say any more. Okay, so let's pop that in there. Out of my way. I need my stencil mat back out because we're going to make a mess. So I'm going to try and keep my mat as tidy as possible. I'm going to get that faded jeans, lovely colour back out, and then I'm going to go all around the edges. Again, nice and thick and deep. So this is me creating, again, my own bespoke coloured card, isn't it? So I don't have any card in this colour. I've got some beautiful blues, but this is just a really nice, what would you say? It's a bit of a softer, more of a grey blue, perhaps, which is going to be quite tough to have. I mean, you cannot have every colour of cardstock in your stash. It's just not possible, is it? It just wouldn't be possible. I mean, where would you put it for a start? So I think to have some good quality, smooth white cardstock, and you've got your inks, you're going to have a collection of inks, because if you're, you know, anything like me, you love to do a bit of ink blending. If you've got some of your Time for Tea blender brushes, you're going to have a little stash of inks. Even if it's a small stash, you're still going to be able to use those inks to create your own colours of cardstock. And that's obviously then going to match and coordinate much better with the rest of your project, because you're using all of those same colours together. Now, I am only just doing the rest of this because it gets colour off my brush, which is a really easy way to do it if you're wanting to just clean it. So I don't really need to do all that inking, but because there's only going to be a little bit of it showing. But how lovely is that now? How coordinated does that look? I just had a little bit of a flashback that I feel like I'd made my dad a card in this colour before. It seems to be my go-to dad colour. I think I did him I actually made him a card with a lawn fawn set a while ago, and I feel like it was in similar colours. I think it was red and blue though, rather than the peachy orange colours that we've used here. So, I mean, this could almost be a card from Alfie to my dad, couldn't it? Because this is going to say, Dad, you are awesome. So, yeah, this all would be from Alfie to my dad, which is cute. I think he would love that. My dad is so adorable, bless him. My love of cats and animals and everything has definitely come from my mum and dad. They're big animal lovers. We were all vegetarians. We all turned vegetarian as a family when I was about 14, and very unusual for at the time. You know, we're talking probably late 80s. This will have been no, maybe early 90s. People just weren't vegetarians back then, and certainly men weren't vegetarians back then. That was really highly unusual. So, you know, my dad was a bit of a trailblazer in that respect, and I've got huge amounts of respect for him, because he definitely got a lot of grief from work colleagues and people who just didn't get it at the time. I think now people really get it a lot more, and there's a lot more available. You're catered for a lot more. But at the time, you know, my mum had to make everything from scratch with textured vegetable protein, soyas, and, you know, it was a real hard work to get anything that was anything, you know, decent. Now, you know, there's so many options for us. So yeah, that kind of love of animals, love of cats has definitely come from my parents, and my dad is a huge huge cat lover, and he takes their cat Alfie for a walk every day. You know, Alfie actually comes and says, right, it's walkie time. And they go for a little walk to a nearby bit of park just at the top of their street, and they come back again. It's very sweet. Laura says, laughing at myself, use the new app organizer, all stock, to not buy double, then order the same stencil twice in one order. Oh, bless you. I did wonder why somebody had, and there was a couple of those actually this time where people have ordered two of things, so I just thought maybe that's, you know, maybe you're ordering for someone else. But if you don't want that second stencil, then obviously send it back and I'll sort you out a refund, Laura. Laura says, do you eat grass then? I got that a lot. Oh God, yeah. Well, it's kind of like, well, what do you eat then? As if the only thing that people eat is meat. You know, you do. I can remember having a conversation, somebody saying, you know, I don't eat anything but meat, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm sure you eat chips. You know, potatoes are not meat. And it's just, you know, that people's thoughts, you know, on things are so bizarre sometimes. So yeah, some people really don't get it, and are almost a bit offended by it, because I think it makes people think about their eating habits, and we're not the sort of people that push it on anyone else. We're, you know, you know, it's kind of, if you want to know about it, we'll tell you about it. That's absolutely fine. But we're not here to convert you. We're just living our lives and doing our thing. You know, we'd love to convert you, but we know that that is probably not going to happen. So we're, you know, I'm not going to waste my breath. But you know, for some people, I'm just talking in general. For the ones that go, oh God, what are you doing that for? You know, they're the ones that you're never going to convince. So we don't try. You know, and each to their own. But yeah, it is funny, some people's reactions. Alison says, there are unfortunately still a lot of kickback from being vegetarian, which is so frustrating. Most of my family is supportive, so that's great. Laura Ann says, I'm not vegetarian, but we'll eat vegetarian meals. We don't have to have meat with every meal. That's it, exactly. Even if you cut it out of, you know, one meal a week, it's all helping, not only, you know, from a welfare point of view, but it is also helping from an environmental point of view as well. So it is... People, I think sometimes people don't realise what they're eating is actually vegetarian, because if you give it the vegetarian tag, people are funny about it. But actually, if you presented them with, you know, a meal without meat, they probably would eat it, you know, without a second thought. It's just the fact that you've called it vegetarian makes it weird for some people. And and if you are vegetarian and you are watching this, you will absolutely 100% get this. That when you go to a function like a wedding or something like that, where there is a buffet on, they put on a vegetarian option, thankfully, most times, if you're lucky. And that's always the option that's gone first. Always the option that's gone first. So by the time the actual vegetarians get round to selecting their snack for the event, all of the veggie bits have gone. And that happens so often, and it just makes me laugh, because all the people that are probably eating it would never normally touch a vegetarian food, because they're like, well, I'm not vegetarian. But if it's on a buffet, they're all over it. And the poor vegetarians have to go without again. So yeah, it does make me laugh, that, because that happens quite a lot. So I'm just adding a little bit of support on these edges here with my super lovely wide tape. If you've not got any of our wide tape, this is awesome. we're taking it to Doncaster. So the postage is a little bit more. We're going to have an offer on it in Doncaster as well. So if you don't want to pay the postage, but you want the wide tape, come to Doncaster, fill up your basket with it, because that's the ideal time to get it and not have to pay for the postage. So yeah, I would definitely say do that. That's definitely what I'd be doing, especially as we're going to have a good little offer on it as well. We like to do a little show offer, because it's nice to do. So that's my background. Loving this. So I don't know whether to maybe position the dad first, because then everything else will fall into place underneath it, won't it? So let's get the A positioned nice and centrally. She says, I feel like that is pretty central. Yeah, that's that. I'm happy with that. Really good. And this is one of those things that I love. I also love about doing the crafting lives with you, is that I would probably not make time for making a card for my dad. As much as I love him, you know, there will always be something that is more important to do, and a task to do. Whereas when I'm doing the lives, obviously I'm getting to just play and craft at my own leisure with you guys, and it means I get to do something like this, which I actually really needed to do. So I loved that. I love that I get to do that. So we're going to just position these so that we're kind of snug in the middle. That makes sense. Oops. But I want to create that balance of, yes, because my cat needs to be in the middle. My cat needs to be underneath the A, sat on his little rug. That's cute. That's going to go there, and then this is going to slit in. I want there to be a little bit of an overlap. So that'll create the depth and dimension. Jane says, dropping out for another meeting. Super cute card, Josie. You also want. Oh, thank you. Alison says, went to a cousin's wedding. They were doing me a vegan meal and vegan burgers for the evening too, for the evening barbecue. When I asked for the veggie option, the server said, you're the vegan, are you? So condescending. Oh my God, that's so rude. Especially when you're catering a function for somebody else and you insult one of the guests. Wow, that's bad. When we were on holiday, we did find that while there were a lot of the places did have veggie options, they were quite limited a lot of the time. But the restaurants were very willing to alter something that was on the menu for a vegetarian, which was nice. But we also kind of think, oh, it would just be nice to just be able to just pick something straight off the menu that was for us anyway, you know. First world problems, eh? But yeah, it sometimes can be a bit frustrating. You have to be a bit more flexible, don't you, as a veggie? You just have to, and you almost feel like you're apologising for, oh, I'm sorry you're having to accommodate for me. But really, you shouldn't have to apologise for something that is your, you know, it's your choice and lifestyle. So, and it is getting much better, I have to say. Much better. So, position that correctly. quite nicely. So I've put these flat on the background because my cat is going to be popped up at the front there from a dimensional point of view, and I'm also going to pop up the Muir porcelain at the bottom as well. I think it's coming together really well. I feel like I might need to zoom in for you a little bit so that you can see the finishing touches. Zoom, zoom, there we go. Let's get some tape on the back of this little guy. I've got a little square here. And then for the Muir porcelain, I have got some pre-cut bits actually from my last roll of the shaker tape. So I'm just going to use that. So that's the Time for Tea shaker tape. Again, if you've not got this, you need it. You absolutely need this. So Muir porcelain at the bottom. And again, this is another thing that I really love it when you've already got bits that are already stamped and die cut. That just does really help. I'm too wonky. You know, again, it's good for giving you a jumping off point, giving you a bit of inspiration. Seeing all the bits already die cut and stamped out and coloured has just really helped me, you know, inspire me to come up with this idea. If they weren't there and I was just looking at a blank stamp set, I may never have thought of this idea. So I would say if you're struggling for inspiration, or you're lacking a bit of mojo, or you're not really sure where to begin, just colour something. Just get your stamps out, just stamp them out, colour them, cut them out, and you might not make anything with them that day. That's fine. But you'll have them in your stash in a little dish like this, like I've got. You've got them all in there, and then the next time you come to craft something, you'll just have a little ferret in there. You're like, oh yeah, I know what I can do with that. Or why don't I put those two things together? Or like we've done today, I like these three things, but I don't want them in that colour. So I'm going to use those three things in a slightly different way. So I'm just going to go in and put in some like final little touches here. And I like to add just some highlights down the front of the curtains, just because that just looks really cool. My Jelly Roll pen got a bit snotty there on the work. Just trying to get it to roll a bit, but it's not having it. It's a glaze rather than I'm sure I had another white somewhere, but this is a little bit brighter. This is a uniball. It's a little bit thicker, but it can still works really well. And I'm just going to add a few flecks onto the book there. For my little kitty, you can have some, again, just some little flecks. Rather than specific highlights as such. I love that guy, he's so cute. And then the other thing that I really like to do on my sentiments is also add a little bit of highlight. So and this uniball pen is actually really perfect for that. It's a really nice bright shade, and I'm not really bothered where I put them. You know, it's not really, doesn't really matter. There are no highlight police. So please don't overthink where you put your highlights. Just have a little bit of fun with it. So I think it might be done. I think that's turned out so cute. I think it's perfect for my dad. It's perfect for a guy because of the colours. Although we've got some soft colours in there, they're not super like girly. So, and I think it's been, I suppose, butched up a bit with the blue. There's no extra bling on there. It's really nice and simple. And then on the inside, which I almost forgot, I can put the happy per day or hit the pause button. It's your per day. I think I'm going to stick those on the inside because I think they're just really cute sentiments. And it's always nice to have something, a little sentiment on the inside as well. So I'm just going to open this up. This might be a little bit tricky because it's not going to lay flat because of the mechanism that we've created. So you would probably do this before you stick it together. But I just thought of it. So love that. No, there is no highlight police. There isn't. And there's no colouring police, you know. There's no colouring police. There's no highlight police. There is. So you do what you feel comfortable with and what makes you happy. Because nobody's going to come and say, well, you put that in the wrong place. So I think that's kind of straight. And then see, this is where you kind of you go crazy. You go absolutely crazy. You could take your stamp set, that one, this one. And this has got some cute little accessory stamps in it. What brand is the mini die cutting machine, says Zizzy. Hello, it is a Craft Buddy one. We sell them on the website. So if you are wanting to get your hands on one, we do sell them. And they are, I think they're £35 from memory. Where's it from? Oh, it's there. This is going to make everything fall. So yeah, it's £35, I believe, for the mini die machine. You get the plates included, and it's very robust. It's really awesome. So yeah, do have a look for that. So I'm just going to stamp a couple of these little paws, and I'm going to open this up as best I can because I can't really lay my paper flat while it's open. So I might press that a little bit hard just because I'm trying to get purchase. So I'm going to do it, and I'll show you what I've done afterwards. That's better. And I'll do another one. Cute. Oh, that's cute. I was going to do another one, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it. So I'm just put that on there. So there, we've got three little cute little paws randomly, and then we've got Dad new more paws. It's your birthday. Cute. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. We've gone over by a little bit, but a bit of a longer session than, you know. I don't know why I say quick and simple, because it never is it? But I've so enjoyed doing that. I really have. And I've really enjoyed chatting to you all as well. That's been super fun. So it's good to be back into the swing of things. It's, you know, it's taken a while since we got back off holiday to really get back into things, but I think we're there now. And like I say, we've got a busy weekend ahead at Crafting Live, so I really hope you can join us and come and see us there. If not, there's not going to be another Crafting Live session this week because obviously we've got to get ready for the show. So we will be back next week for Crafting Live, and I can't remember what day I put in for it. It's either going to be on the Tuesday or the Thursday. I think potentially the Tuesday again. So so I hope to see you then. But look out for us on social media. We'll let you know what's going on, and I'll see you all either at the weekend or next week. See you soon, guys. Have a really great day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. You're awesome. Bye.